Clout, and I'm lucky today to be joined by one of our most influential top Clout leaders, Greg Dickerson. And Greg is going to tell us all about his Mastermind programs today, and they are focused on commercial real estate development, residential real estate development, equity funds, buying and selling businesses. And so there are 3 programs we're going to hear about today, and we're going to learn about Greg and who he is and how he got to be the amazing entrepreneur he is. So with that, I'll hand it over to Greg.
Hey, Liz, thank you for that introduction, and it's good to be here with you today.
Thank you.
So, yeah. How are you guys doing out there?
Good. It's drizzly, rainy today, not our typical California weather. But tomorrow will be nice and sunny.
Yeah. So I'm all the way on the East Coast in Charlottesville, Virginia, and today it's sunny. We're supposed to have, weather in the 80s here this weekend, so early summer. But we'll go ahead and jump right into it. So for people that are watching, this is May 14th, so we are still in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic. So I'm going to talk a little bit about pivoting and functioning with these mentorship programs, these mastermind programs, with that in mind, because times are changing. Our world has changed from the world of real estate, the world of entrepreneurship, the world of online e-commerce business. So anyways, so I'm glad to be here today. It's good to be with you. And so what we've done, Liz has a platform, Clout Leaders, and she's asked me to put my mastermind programs on there. So I have created this year 3 new mastermind programs. I've been doing some coaching and mentoring, my entire career in my companies. I started in 1997. I've done $250 million in real estate, another $400 or $500 million in equity capital, and I'm involved in deals all over the country and companies all over the country. And people were asking me for mentorship, for coaching, for courses. So I've been doing the one-on-one thing, which is very limiting. I can only reach so many people with one-on-one. So I decided to put these mentorship programs together, these mastermind programs together, where I can work with more people at one time. So I created the 3 programs around my 3 areas of expertise, which are starting my career with residential real estate investing, which is, flipping houses, developing residential spec houses, doing short-term rentals. There's a big thing out there called BRRRR, buy, repair, rent, refinance, and repeat. So the BRRRR strategy, wholesaling, land and houses, things like that, developing subdivisions. So all kinds of things in the residential real estate space. So I put together a course for that, how to find deals, how to get the funding for the deals, how to exit those deals, multiple exit strategies. And then as I made money in my career, I started companies as well along the way. I always had a building and real estate company and a bunch of other companies, and I would use the cash flow from those businesses to invest in real estate deals. So I evolved from the residential side into the commercial and multifamily side and started doing more land development deals, more commercial multifamily developments, things like that. So I've also put a course together for commercial and multifamily syndication and development. Multifamily syndication, commercial real estate syndication, and real estate development is a big space out there that you can really grow and scale a business real fast. And it's an area that requires a lot of education, a lot of expertise. You got to know your market. You got to know how to raise capital. You got to know how to, buy big deals and understand how to finance these big deals, how to manage the asset managers of those deals, and then how to exit them ultimately, or how to refi, pull your equity out, long-term hold. And then the third program I put together is for entrepreneurship. And this can be online or offline, but it's more driven towards the online outsourced entrepreneurship, gig economy that we have today, because with the way things are going, there's been a fundamental shift. A lot of people are looking for alternative ways to make money, either extra income, start their own business so they can work from home, or, younger people that, the mindset's changed with younger people. They realize that the life that our parents and grandparents had of going to work in corporate America for a big company and retiring and letting them take care of you is kind of a thing of the past. And it's been kind of changing over the last 20, 25 years. So now more than ever, it's really important to be able to pivot, especially in a time like this, if you get laid off, to be able to go start a business or earn income in another way. So that program is all about starting. It could be an online business, e-commerce, meaning e-commerce can be coaching and consulting. It can be a digital media agency. E-commerce isn't just eBay. It isn't just drop shipping. It isn't just making t-shirts and selling them. You can do well with those things, but e-commerce is any business, good, or service that you sell online. That's e-commerce. So if you think about that, there's so many things you can do, man. If you're an artist, you can teach people how to paint. If you're a sculptor, you can teach people how to sculpt. If you're a chef, you can hold classes and you can teach people how to cook. If you're a bartender, mixologist, you can teach people all about that. So in the world of online education, there are so many different ways that you can create income and revenue, helping other people, teaching other people your skill. Everybody's an expert at something. Everybody has wisdom and knowledge to share with the world in one way or the other, and are creative in their own right. So that's just one avenue. Another really hot thing right now is, you and I were talking before we started, video editing. I pay people outsourced to edit video. So you can make a career, you can make a living, 6 figures, just editing video. You can be a copywriter, and you can write blogs for people. You can write email newsletters for people. You can write ads and social media ads and copy for people. You can manage social media campaigns for people in their social media profiles. You can manage somebody's YouTube channel. You can do so many different things in the digital world out there today to start a business and generate your own business. So those are the types of things that we go over and cover, as well as stuff like for people that are authors, speakers, coaches that already have a thriving business and they want to grow and scale that business, or somebody who's already online and they want to get more customers and grow and scale that business. So I can show you and teach you how to get more customers, how to drive more traffic in through the doors, how to, create premium products, premium programs so that you can charge more money, get better clientele, and have better price points. As well as, for the speakers and the leaders and the coaches that want to do, when we open back up events, I have a focus on how to do smaller events that are more profitable. So high paying small events, very intimate setting with only 12 to 20 people that you can generate, 6 figures from those events. So once we get back to where you can do those, again, now you have to kind of do them online and create, different kind of programs, kind of like I have. So those are just some of the things that are taught in the programs that I have. So again, it's residential real estate, house flipping, wholesaling, building spec houses, doing the BRRRR strategy, short-term rentals, a lot of stuff covered in there. Commercial real estate and development, which covers commercial and multifamily, all asset classes and all types of commercial multifamily real estate. And then the entrepreneurship program can be online and offline, but it's more geared towards outsourced online and growing and scaling an existing business, tools, training systems, support, leadership, delegating, how to recruit, hire, and train, all those types of things. So that, in a nutshell, are what the 3 programs are.
That's great. And it seems like it's a very sequential, orderly process too, because you don't do everything at once. You're doing it in stages at the right time with the right technology. And one of the things I've learned about you is you've learned over the years who to hire, the right people to hire and develop and grow at the right time. Like, in starting these businesses, because it's a lot of work to start up a company. I've done it myself many times, and you can't do everything at once. And what I appreciate about the program that you're offering is that it truly is mentoring, like step-by-step instructions and influencing the process to get the right results.
Yeah, so they're really cool. I wanted to do something different that nobody else has, that nobody else is doing. All the content is created by me directly. All of the mastermind groups are done with me directly. So it's me in the group, live on the phone or on Zoom recording it. We record all the sessions, but the program is, it's an interactive online course. So there's a bunch of videos. They're all short and very straight and to the point, just the information you need. And as you go through the course, you can write your questions down and you can post them in the course, and it notifies me, and I will make more video content to either answer the question or clarify the concept. Whatever, somebody might be confused, or might say, hey, could you restate that? So whatever it is. So the course is constantly evolving, growing, changing, getting better every day with the questions that are asked as it goes along. There's a mobile app so people can have that on their phone. And let's say you're taking the commercial real estate and development course, and you're on your way to a meeting with somebody to close a deal, and you can't remember what to say. You can open the app, boom, hit it, and here's one of the scripts in front of you or something, or one of those concepts in front of you, how to structure a deal before you go in the meeting. So that's kind of how the course works. It's interactive online video education and training. And then we do a weekly mastermind call where we get on the phone, we record it, and I'll stay on there as long as we need to make sure everybody's questions are answered. It's recorded, they'll have them. I can post that into the platform as well. So that's there for, review. And then, if you have it on your end and you're good with video, you can take it and cut it up into the pieces you want to cut it up into. So that you have your own, little reminders and refreshers as you go along, and keep that however you want. So it's really cool. It's really unique. It's something totally different than anybody else is doing, and it's all delivered directly by me. And each program, it's an annual membership. So when you sign up, you have access to the videos, and the videos are unlimited. So it's not like you watch them once and you're done. You can watch them as much as you want, as many times as you want the entire year. The mastermind calls are every single week. And again, that's a 1-year membership into the program, and you can renew every year if you want to, as you grow and evolve and build your system. So that's kind of how the programs work and how they're structured.
It's great because not only you get the acumen, the curriculum throughout the course, but if I'm going into a deal and I'm working with a syndication and group of people and I don't know all the answers, it's new, you have my back, or you are the mentor, you are the coach, you're accessible, and that's what I love about you. I have questions, I go to you often. I'll say, hey, what do you think about this or that? It's not just learning the course, it's a true mentor, coach on your side. So
it is, and and people, so for my one-on-one program, people pay me $50,000 a year to have me as their mentor one-on-one. So for this program at the price point that we're offering, it's very accessible, and it does come with an initial consultation. So everybody who signs up, we will do a one-on-one Zoom call just like this that they can record. That alone is worth the price of the course. I mean, I do one-day workshops, that are $5,000. So to be able to do an hour and then have access for a year to that group, with me and like-minded entrepreneurs and investors all over the country, it's just invaluable. I mean, it's a really cool experience, and there's a lot of wisdom in the group collectively shared on those calls. Opportunities are created, deals are created. People invest with each other, do deals with each other that are in my one-on-one program. So that's the idea behind these, is to build a movement, to build a a family of people that can do, to support each other, a community.
Yeah, ecosystem approach.
Right.
I love it. Yeah, because that's more sustainable, because business is tough. It's competitive. We've got downfalls and you have to know which way to navigate. You have to know what decisions to make, and that's tough. Sometimes you make a tougher decision because it's going to get you through faster to your goal. So speaking of the people that you've worked with in the past and some of your current clients, tell us about some of the success stories that you've had with them and what they think, and maybe a little bit about who they are and their profile.
Yeah, so you can go to my website and see all that, and you've got some testimonials there as well. So I don't want to get into all that, but what's really cool for me and what's really neat, I was doing a call yesterday with my residential group, and one of them started tearing up. And this guy's an ex-Marine, and he's in the house flipping business, him and his wife, and they were struggling for years. He's like, man, I wish I'd have met you 3 years ago. He said, just in the first month, they recouped their investment in the program the first month just by one conversation I had with them. And I hear that over and over and over, that one conversation with me transforms people's lives. And that's all it takes sometimes, is just that one idea, just that one shift that can be a game changer for the rest of your life, for your business, for your life, for your family, for everything. And that's what I get a kick out of, is those conversations. That's the feedback I get from people all the time. I get these texts, Greg, you changed my life. That one conversation we had changed the entire trajectory of my life, my business, my family, my ability to give back. And that's why he was tearing up. He's like, man, just, in the short time that we've known you and been mentored by you, our business has transformed to the degree that, we have this abundance now that we can now go out and share, and we can make an impact, and we can volunteer in our church, and we can make an impact in the community. And he was like tearing up. And, my other client on the phone, the other member of the group, same thing. He's like, man, the things that I've learned in 30 days, he's like, I didn't even know they existed. Just didn't even know they existed. So it's really interesting. And what I've been very fortunate in my career is to realize that all I know is what I know, and what I don't know, I don't know. But what the most important thing is, it's what you think you know to be certain that's not true. And that's the killer right there. So what's really cool about this is not only my experience, and it's such a diverse experience over the last 25 years that I've been in business. So it starts out, my 30-year career going in the military, doing that time, that created in me a lot of things that have helped me become successful. So from that training into the restaurant industry, where, I had a good corporate background before I started as an entrepreneur in 1997, I've been self-employed as an entrepreneur since 1997, creating businesses, building companies, developing people, growing people, developing land, investing in real estate, my own money, taking risks, putting everything on the line. So, I know what it's like. I've walked the walk. I've been where these people are. And I started when there was no information. There's a few books out there, but there were no courses, there were no programs, there was nobody like me doing what I do. I had to learn the hard way. So that's what's really cool with me, is having the people that I work with, that I get those kind of results with, that, the first few conversations, and most of the time, the first conversation, they've recouped their investment. They've learned a way to pay for their investment because I showed them how to do something or told them how to do something they didn't even know was possible. And then their lives are just transformed from that point on. So that's really what this is. This is a life business transformation program. That's what it does.
That's amazing. Yeah, in just the short time that I've known you, I know that to be true. And you're very direct, powerful, insightful, all those things that people need in a leader, a coach, a mentor. And that's what makes, I think, it's going to make these programs very powerful for people. So, well, who are your top influencers? Who have you been most inspired by in books or in the media and whatnot?
Yeah, so I follow the brightest minds in the world that have been the most successful doing what I do. So in obviously investing, Warren Buffett, tons of wisdom there in terms of business, life, and investments. Bill Gates, I love Bill Gates' mind, especially right now. In real estate, Sam Zell is a great individual to follow. A guy named Craig Hall is a developer in Texas. So there's a number of people on the real estate development side. As far as influencers go, it goes all the way back to, Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, Norman Vincent Peale, Power of Positive Thinking, Zig Ziglar. He was my first, sales training mentor that I followed. Yeah. Ken Blanchard, that wrote the 1 Minute Manager books. That has been my management philosophy my entire career. Harold Janine wrote a book called Managing. I learned management, how to build a multi-conglomerate and manage multiple entities. That's where I learned that. How do you run 12 different businesses at one time? I learned from him by leading, delegating, motivating, having effective meetings, how to lead people. Leadership inspires results out of others. That's the thing. Leaders serve. Leaders aren't at the top of this pyramid, barking down. Leaders are at the bottom of the pyramid serving up. So when you understand that fundamental principle, that as a leader, it's your job to give everybody everything they need, tools, training, systems, and support to be successful. But more importantly, clear direction and know in certain terms exactly what's expected and when, and then you hold that performance accountable to the goal. That transforms organizations and it transforms people, which are the most valuable resource in your industry and your business, people. It's all about people in the organization, developing your people and allowing them to reach their full potential so they can produce the best results. So that's really the key differentiator in business. Mm-hmm. And so those are just a few. I could go on and on. Mm-hmm. So I study very successful people at very high levels that are doing great things in industries that I'm in. And, I learned that way back when I started my first building company. I'd never built $1 million house before I built one. So what did I do? I went to my nearest competitor and I hired their top people to come work for me and build a company for me and with me. I didn't bring them on and tell them, what to do and how to do it. I brought them on because they were experts in what they did. I learned from them and I let them build the company. So that's the key. A lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of executives, a lot of business owners are afraid to bring on people that are smarter and better than them. That's your number one job. As a leader, your number one job is to find great people that are smarter and better than you and bring them on board to build your organization to help everybody succeed. I use the Tom Brady analogy, right? If you have a football team and you want to win the Super Bowl, who do you want? You want Tom Brady. You don't want to go find some quarterback that doesn't know anything that just you can bark orders at all day long so that you can fluff up your ego. You want to humble yourself and say, Tom, I know nothing. You're the man. Take us to the championship. So that's a big part of it, is putting yourself in a position to where you say, I don't know what I don't know. I don't know what you know. I'm bringing you on board to run this company, and I'm going to turn you loose, and I'm going to coach you and inspire you, and I'm going to mentor you and grow you and let you build this organization. So that's when you get real results out of people. That's how you inspire people. That's how organizations grow and become great versus just good and mediocre.
Yeah, because then you really get them thinking like an owner. You can step away and you've cloned yourself essentially, or you've created a situation where I can see how the people that have gone through your program become great coaches and mentors themselves, they have to become that great leader, that great mentor, that coach to build up their organization. I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing what
It's
you
all
do.
about leadership. And, the old mantra, work on your business, not in your business. My mantra has always been work on the people in your business so they work on the business with you and for you and together for everybody's benefit. People want to be part of a movement. They want to be part of making an impact. They want to feel like they make a difference. When you give them the ability to do that and recognize and reward good performance and put them in a position to succeed and not set them up to fail, catch them doing everything right, and instead of looking for what they're doing wrong, that's how organizations become great organizations. Now, it doesn't mean you just turn it loose and walk away and take your eye off the ball. You still got to watch your numbers. You're still in charge. You're still the boss. You're still the one who's accountable. And at the end of the day, responsible for everybody in that organization. But when you have great people in the right position with the right tools, training systems, and support to be successful, and you set them up for success, you set them up for the win, that's when great things happen.
Well, it sounds like all three programs, there's a common theme across all three programs, and I can see how they're very different, but it seems like, obviously you are one of the common themes, but that leadership, that mentorship, that coach, inspiring leader, that you're instilling confidence in your leaders to better, go harder, go faster, go stronger, and succeed so they can move on to the next goal.
Yeah, the fundamentals are the same in almost any business. It's the technical aspects that are different. So in order to be successful, you need a big why, you need a big vision, but you need the right vehicle. So that vehicle might be residential real estate investing to grow wealth. That right vehicle might be commercial real estate, or that right vehicle might be a business. So those are just three very different technical vehicles that I just have the expertise in over the last 30 years that I've built with my experience. But the fundamentals or leadership are the same across any business. It's all about the culture. It's all about the community, and it's all about creating something that is bigger than all of us, and that we can all be part of and be proud of, and that you wake up every day, you're excited to go to work. And it doesn't have to be brick and mortar, right? Especially now, that world is changing. So now more than ever, leadership is extremely important in every organization because we are all disconnected now. I don't know the last time I shook hands with somebody, it's amazing.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it's timely that people take advantage of these kinds of resources and programs, especially now because we don't know what the next big thing that's going to hit, and we have to be prepared for it and teach our children and the next generation, basically.
This has shifted my mindset of where I was going with this company, because now here I am, I'm 52, I can do anything. And I love building people, growing people, and creating a movement. And I was actually going to create a center of entrepreneurship and have a physical building and hold classes and do all that. I'm not so sure now, so depending on how this goes here over the next year or two. So it's really interesting how that's fundamentally changing the landscape of real estate business and people's business plans, so I think it's very fortuitous that you've done what you've done with your platform. And I, just happened to be creating my courses. We weren't even really talking about that. And then bam.
I think that people come into our lives, and for a reason they inspire us. We need that inspiration. I'm a constantly growing individual like yourself, constantly going after continuous improvement and what I do and what I love, because I love business like you, and many people out there just need a little bit of inspiration and a little more confidence, and get rid of a little fear to just jump into that and have the right acumen to get to where they want to be, right?
I love that you said that, because one of the other benefits of this type of program, this type of arrangement, is exactly that. I believe for you until you can believe for yourself. So if you're out there, if you're watching this and you're afraid and you don't know what, like, man, I would do this, but I'm just not sure. That's where we come in. The mentors in your life. Mentorship is not only the education, not only the wisdom, not only the experience. I've made all the mistakes for you. You don't have to. You find, like I did, you find people that went before you that have been successful, and you either hire them or you learn from them or you're going to work for them. That's how you become successful. What one person can do, another can do. So you just copy success and you reverse engineer it, right? So when you have a great mentor in your life, the most important benefit of that is they believe in you, for you, until you can do it on your own. So that's what happens. So I'm looking for people that want to transform their lives, that want to transform their businesses, that want to get to the next level so they can live a life like they want to live. And if you don't believe you can do it, I believe for you until you do, and you will. And I know, you know, Liz, what I'm talking about. You had some limiting beliefs when we first met, and now you're like, wow, you know?
Yeah. It's just taking that first step, because I know in my own pursuits, nothing can start if you don't have someone believing in you and say, you can do it. Just get rid of the fear, take the first step. And I think this program will help people. So what are the next steps? What do people do to sign up for this, and how do we learn more? I know we have a lot of information now on Clout leaders, and I can definitely answer more questions, and we can give more people information on how to join this amazing program, right?
Yeah, so I think everybody watching, you have two options right now. You can go ahead and just sign up right now, jump in, and let's get this done. Let's transform your life. Let's transform your business. Let's do it. Or if you want to talk to Liz, book a call. Liz will talk to you and give you some more information about it, and, you know, kind of walk you through the steps. So those are your two choices right now, and it's up to you. So go ahead and sign up right now. Let's get you going. I want to change your life. I want to help you change your life, transform your business, get you to the next level. And then Liz is available as well. If you want to book a call with Liz, there'll be 2 links somewhere on the page wherever this video is, so that you can pick one of those 2 options. But either way it goes, don't wait, because the last thing you want to do is get to the end of the road and say, man, woulda, shoulda, coulda. I wish I'd met you 3 years ago. And I hear that over and over and over.
Yeah.
So this is your chance. This is your time. There's never been a better time. There's going to be opportunities in real estate. There's going to be opportunities in business. People need services. I just hired somebody the other day to do things. So whatever it is you want to do, whether it's in the real estate space, in the entrepreneurship space, this is the best time in history, believe it or not, even with what's going on, to make that shift, make that pivot, and get going. So it's up to you.